Speaking of just horrible fan bases, here's one that's researching, Mason. On IMDb, I don't know if you've noticed this, but Lord of the Rings of Power, is being review bombed to heck, Mason.
Oh, my goodness.
If you look at it, there's thousands of reviews for both 10 stars and 1 stars. The other thing apparently...
What about in the middle stars?
Yeah, there's a few of those. So I think that's probably if you look at anywhere between 9 and 2, that's probably where that'll give you a better indication of what people like. And also, apparently, and I looked a bit into this, a bunch of the reviews, the more negative reviews, and some are just people mad about because there's black elves or whatever.
Oh, okay, right.
And there's also that. But IMDb are apparently deleting a bunch of these because Amazon owns IMDb. And I'm not surprised that would be happening. It's Amazon. Of course they would they would be doing that.
Count yourself lucky they're not deleting Amazon customers who do not like.
Yeah, or turning you into glue or whatever.
Yeah.
You specifically, Mason, I'm talking about.
Oh, no, I don't want to be glue.
Yeah, so I'm not, obviously...
My enthusiasm's back, James, about not being turned into glue. You found it.
Yeah, but I've only watched the first episode, and I honestly really enjoyed it. And it's also off the back of, we've been watching the Hobbit trilogy for Caravan of Garbage. True. Exhausting. Just horrible, long, drawn out. And every now and then you hit a good thing, you're like, wow. But I quite liked it. And look, I don't know a lot about the first or second age of Tolkien or whatever, and I don't want to know. So don't email me, Mason, with your thoughts and theories.
I was going to.
Yeah, if I'll ask anybody, it's my brother, the one you don't like,
terrific,
and he'll tell me all about it. But I enjoyed it, and apparently a lot of people are saying the second episode is better.
Oh my goodness!
But also a lot of people hate it because Gladriel's got a sword and whatever. I don't, again.
Hey, speaking of episodes, that's a good segue, but also fake medieval stuff.
Okay.
We've got some egg on our face because we were like, nobody's going to care about this Game of Thrones prequel.
Did we say that?
Yeah, I'm sure we did. I did. Good. I certainly did. I'm like, people, I was like, the well's been poisoned for this property. But it turns out the first episode came out and 10 million people watched it, which is a good number.
Here, Mason. So, it's HBO Max's biggest debut ever. Wow. Season 2 has already been confirmed. So the second episode also did better than the first, which is also really unusual. Yeah, normally you'd see it at least a bit of a dip.
Yeah.
Look, I watched...
So it's people skipping the first episode and then...
And coming on board. I don't know what's going on there. I watched it and I think maybe I'm just exhausted by Game of Thrones.
There's a lot of news this week where you're exhausted.
Yeah, I don't mean this. I'm having a good time also. I think we just hit 3 things in a row that I'm just exhausted by, but that I also enjoyed.
Great.
But also, in watching those episodes, I just feel like they haven't given me anything that I haven't seen.
Okay.
But it's just characters that I don't know. And they're like, this guy's betrayed this guy. And I'm has he?
But James, in a way, when Game of Thrones came out, you didn't know any of those characters either.
But I feel like maybe it was because it was new.
So
and
maybe you learn to love this band of awful, awful people.
Yeah, because it's like this inbred person hates this inbred person. I'm like, oh, do they? That's crazy.
But I guess the lesson here for me, at least, is...
You never know what's on the pulse, Mason.
Well, you don't. The issue, if you're terminally online, which we are, it's often difficult to just determine what your regular Joe Lunch Pail is going to watch.
And the people that we interact with who listen to the show or whatever.
I don't interact with anyone.
Okay. No, you said you're best friends with everybody who listens to this show.
Oh, apart from them, yeah.
Yeah, we are definitely in a different kind of bubble than a regular person. But all my friends in my terrible group chat, they all watched it. So, and they're the litmus test for what does a normal awful person like, Mason.
Terrific.
Anyways, here's something.
They think you're a great bloke. There's normal awful people like you, and they don't know that you make fun of them.
The best thing about this show is that nobody listens to it, and I could just say anything about them.
That's very true.
Yeah, they also call me Mr. Sunday Night Movies. Because they don't know the name of the thing I actually do.
Terrific.
Yeah. Anyways, do you know Embracer Group, Mason? Do you know them?
No.
They're not your best friends?
No.
That's okay. That's good. So they're just like a big conglomerate.
Okay.
You know a thing
Embracer Group.
Yeah, you know a thing buys another thing?
Sure, yeah.
So they have purchased the rights, the motion picture rights to Lord of the Rings. And not just motion picture, that includes video games, board games, merchandising, theme parks, stage productions. For not only Lord of the Rings, the trilogy, but also The Hobbit.
They've bought this.
Yes.
But surely Amazon.com has it already.
That's a separate deal, I think, apparently. Or it's linked anyways. But the reason I say this is because other opportunities include exploring additional movies based on iconic characters such as Gandalf, Aragorn, Gollum, Gladriel, Eowyn, and other characters from the literary works of J.R.R. Tolkien. So,
okay. You said movies as well, did you say
yes,
that?
This is
everything. This is going
to be our future.
So Embracer Group used to be Nordic Games, and they own like Gearbox, they own THQ Nordic.
Okay.
They own Eidos, Crystal Dynamics.
Oh, yeah.
So they're pretty big. They're a big company.
I mean, they bought Lord of the Rings. So
they did buy Lord of the Rings. Well, look, I just want to establish their bona fides as they're not just like it's just the guy in a shack.
Yeah.
You know, who's like who has a really good social media profile. And he's like, I'll pay you in a couple of weeks. I got 30 days, right? I got 30 days to pay for this, right?
Absolutely. So there you go. So I would love to see some more Lord of the Rings video games as well. I played the first Shadow of War or Mordor, one of them.
But does this mean then that Amazon's production of this and
they have the rights to, I think, everything except I think they've got the rights to like The Hobbit also and Lord of the Rings, but they don't have any like the Silmarillion or any of the other stuff.
Okay, right.
So that's why they've picked this particular age because there's not a lot of Tolkien stuff in there. Okay. And that's why they can play a bit fast and loose with some of the stuff.
Okay, right.
Which is either good or bad depending on what you think.
Sure, yeah.
About all of that.